All right, Rach, or anybody else who's doing this over there at Giordanos, we're going to go over variable products now, like the pansy flat. So let's just take a look at this product at the moment. And you can see how a variable product differs from the simple products. So we've created what's called a variation. And variations can actually be very complicated. They can have their own photos and stuff, but I made this a simple variation. So the photos aren't going to swap out. Nothing else is really going to change, except that when you select from this drop down here, it's going to let you guys know whether the customer is interested in getting a small flat with 48 individual plants or a jumbo flat with 12 individual plants. And that will show up both in their cart as the option that they've selected, but then also it will be transmitted to you guys via the order system in WooCommerce. So if I select a small one and add this to my cart, and then go take a look in my cart, you can actually see that I've got two different sets of pansies here. And one shows plant size jumbo, and the other one here shows plant size small. So that will help the customers from getting from getting confused, and it will also help you guys to make sure that you're definitely getting the right products for people. Okay, so let's take a look at how all of that works. I'm going to click back here where I'm on Pansy Flats, and I'm going to click right there where it says Edit Product. We'll go over this quickly, but then I'm also going to show you how to create new variations for other types of products that you may want to add that have a system like this, where there's several different options for a single product. All right, so you'll note that right here, I have this selected to variable product. You'll see that there's 4 different types of products: simple, grouped, external, and then variable. So the variable products are like the pansy flat here, and they work with both attributes and variations. So I'm going to show you what I did for the attributes. Normally, you will see nothing here. There won't be any bar here that says plant size, so you actually have to create a custom attribute. So you do that by clicking Add, and that's exactly how I created this. Once you do click Add, you're going to see this little window pop up here, and you'll be able to give it a name. If it is being used for variations, you don't want it to have it be visible on the product page, so uncheck that box. And then over here on the right-hand side, you need to put in the options or values separated by these little bars. So what I did, and this corresponds to the little drop-down menu that you see over here, I just put in jumbo dash 12 per flat. And then my little bar right here, and then the next one is small dash 48 per plant. So you can see exactly how that works. Let's say you guys had a third size. You could just put in another little bar and say mixed, 24 per pack, 6 large, and 24 small. Something like that. Obviously, I'm not going to go ahead and do that, but if I went ahead and saved this and then updated the product, so I'd need to click here and then click here to update the actual product, that would now show as an option on the product page. So I'm just going to click right there where it says Save Attributes, just because, who knows, I was making some changes. Once you've created attributes, then you come over here to Variations. And in order to actually have the drop down here and to instruct WooCommerce to report on the variation, it needs to be set up as a variation from the attributes. So you'll see it says variation, and you can say add a variation, and then it will allow you to choose the variation, or you can say something like create variations from all attributes or delete all variations. There's lots of different things that you can do, but for the most part, I would say just stick with the default, click go, and then this thing will pop up. And it gives you the opportunity to select a variation that from the attributes that you just specified, or you can just leave it on any. And since we're not changing the price and we're not changing the photo, we're also not changing the description for this, we can just leave it on any plant size, because we're gonna just, we don't want this changing, we don't need this changing. So if you select jumbo, it's already letting you know all the essential information. But if we had wanted Jumbo to have a very specific description, we could put that in here and create variations from the Jumbo. And then we need to click Add Variation and create a variation from the small. And if we wanted to, we could also upload an image that goes with Jumbo versus small. Again, I'm not doing any of that, so I'm just leaving this here on plant size, but I did want to illustrate how flexible the system is. You could potentially post a product that you have in 7 different colors and post 7 different pictures, and then when somebody selects, let's say, the red variation of whatever the product is, it will show you the red photo. And if you wanted something like that to happen, you just click on this little icon here next to each different variation that you've specified using this little drop-down menu. And again, like I said, I can add as many variations as I want. Now you can see there's a second one. So if I did want this to be jumbo and this one to be small, they could be. And you can see how variations stack up neatly below each other. And then on the right-hand side, if you wanted to reorder them or drag and drop them, you can do that. Or you can click right here where it says remove. So again, if I wanted, let's say, to only show, let's say, this photo for the jumbo ones, and I wanted this photo to show for the small ones, like that, I can set those 2 images and then come back up here, update my page, and then when I reload this page for the pansies, you will see if I click right here, what happened? What happened to my variations? Okay. One variation does not have a price. That's why. Okay, so I put in $19.99. You got to make sure that you have the correct prices on each of them, because again, you can have it so that each different variation has a different price. Like, let's say the red version of your product is $2 more. Whatever. You can change prices on different variations of products. But anyway, I come back here to my pansies. I reload this page, and we see if I click right here where it says jumbo, it's going to automatically swap out the photo for this larger plant. But if I select the small one, it will automatically move to the smaller version of the plant and kind of gives people a better idea of what they're actually getting. Again, if the customer ever wanted to look at the other photos, they can just click on them right over here, just below the main photo display area. All right, I think that that's a pretty good description of how variations and attributes work. Again, remember that you have to specify attributes first. In this case, there's one attribute with 2 different values. And then you have to make sure that this box is checked and this box is not checked. Then you come over here to variations, and you can create variations from your different attributes and their values. All right, Rach, I think that was a bit of a mouthful. I hope that this helps. I'm going to go ahead and quickly add the other products that you sent me, but feel free to go ahead and start adding products on your own. WooCommerce is all set up with PayPal, and you should be able to start receiving orders at any point. I will go ahead and integrate the base shop as a page in the main menu. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And folks will be able to go ahead and start clicking on that and shopping on the website. All right, I think that's it for this little video. Let me know if you have any questions, and we can, of course, go over this on the phone as well. I just wanted you to have a video that you could reference at any point. All right, bye.